Hello everyone. So today we'll be studying on some of the important criteria of environmental studies, and these criteria are again important. I'm calling them as important for the reason because they are related to our life cycles. So basically we have seen up till now some of the basic concepts of environment. That is, what do you mean by environment? What do you mean by ecologies? What is anthropogenic? What is biodiversity? What is biosecurity? Biotic abiotic components, carbon sequestration. So if you have not gone through these lectures before watching this today's lecture, you have to go on to the previous link, look for the concepts, because if you understand the previous link concepts, then only you will be able to understand today's lecture. So today's lecture will be dealing with whatever we have learned in the past lectures, and these past lectures are now going to slowly connect each other. And henceforth I'm telling you, just go back, rewind yourself with the past lectures, and then look forward for today's lectures. So today's lecture will be based on the topic of our existence, that is called as cycles. And these cycles are important for each and every organism, for their survival, for their need, for their protection, for their growth, etc. etc. So these protection, survival, growth, each and everything takes place by a single unit called as life cycle. And this life cycle needs to follow a typical pattern. So today we are going to deal with the concepts of typical patterns which a life cycle follows. Let's move on with the very first concept. So you might have studied these concepts in your school studies also, or might be much more acquainted with these biological concepts. But what we are going to do today is we are going into the deep of these concepts, and we are trying to link up these concepts. Reason is because we know the food chain or food cycle, popularly known as food cycle, but we are quite unaware with some of the concepts, and that is the problem which occurs in our final examination. So in the final examination, tricky questions are being asked, and these tricky questions are solved in today's lecture. Let's move on with the first concept. The very first concept is called as producers. Okay, so it's not something related to film producers, it's something related to a organism which creates its own food. That is called as a producer. That means creator. Producer over here means creator. So producer, in short, if you want to remember in a single definition form, you can just modify it and say it that organisms which can prepare their own food. Okay, so these organisms which can prepare their own food should have the capability to generate the food with the help of use of water and sunlight, and henceforth they will be called as producers. So how do they prepare their own food? Basically, the food which is prepared with the help of sunlight, that is heat energy, and water, that is mineral energy, is being turned on into a biochemical process. So this process is actually very lengthy, but right now what you have to keep in mind is it is a biochemical process, and biochemical process produces food. So अगर आप किसी प्लांट को ले लेते हो एज अ प्रोड्यूसर, दैट मीन्स वो खुद का खाना खुद तैयार कर सकते हैं. दे कैन प्रिपेयर देयर ओन फूड. नाउ ओवर हियर when I say preparing your own food, it does not means you have to go in the kitchen and you have to prepare your food. It actually means conversion of energy products which are in larger amount but which are in a raw form. ओके, सनलाइट रॉ फॉर्म में होता है, हीट एनर्जी फॉर्म में होता है जो कि रॉ होती है. हम डायरेक्ट सनलाइट में जाके वी कांट यूजुअली कंज्यूम द हीट एनर्जी एंड गेट एनर्जाइज्ड. So that is completely a wrong process for human being. But this process is applicable for plants, that is green plants especially. Any kind of plant, but green plants, why am I saying it? Because we have to look forward for the further process of this biochemical reaction. So what they do, they consume the raw material or raw energy which is in the form of heat from the sun. Also they take in or they consume the energy which is present in the earth in the form of water, and different kind of minerals. This energy is absorbed from the upper part, sun, and lower part, that is from earth, in the form of water and mineral, and this creates into a reaction, and this reaction is called as biochemical reaction. So you have to keep in mind, actually the word that is creating the organism which is creating the energy is actually going through a process called as biochemical reaction. Word itself describes that it is a combination of two things. One is biological and second a chemical process. So biological means what? Any organism which is living is biological organism, and chemical process, that means it consumes the energy and then it tries to convert the energy into useful form. रॉ मटेरियल को एक यूजफुल फॉर्म एक सिंगल कंपोनेंट में किया जाएगा, that will be called as a biochemical process. And this biochemical process is done by whom? That is autotrophs. So autotrophs are basically, like we have seen, that is plant. So autotrophs में क्या होता है? That is, example is plants. They usually take in the water, they usually take in the sunlight, and with the help of carbon dioxide. Like we had seen in the last lecture, that this carbon dioxide which is emitted out by different kind of organism, by different kind of productivity created by human being, for example industries or smokes or any kind of pollutant, this pollutant is in a form of carbon compound, especially as carbon dioxide, and this carbon dioxide is taken in by the word called as autotroph, and they enter into the process called as photosynthesis. After they enter into the process of photosynthesis, they convert the raw material into simple form of sugars. This simple form of sugar is nothing else but a chemical energy which we people or animal consume. Okay. For example, we usually consume vegetables, right? Or you can say we usually consume roots, tubers. For example, you consume potato, you consume beetroot, you consume any kind of fruit, you consume leaves, for example, spinach or methi, etc. etc. So what is basically these kind of food? We consider these kind of food as vegetation food, okay, or root food, or bulb food, or a food which is in a form of raw, which does not necessarily or compulsorily needed to be cooked. So that can be used as raw. But how do you convert the raw food? For example, if I say you have to consume a carrot, gajar, okay? So you have to convert or you have to consume a carrot. So carrot can be consumed in both the forms. You can either cook it or you can either have it as a raw. Or example, I can say you have to consume an apple. So apple can be either I can cook an apple and use it in a cooked form as a dessert, or I can consume the apple as a raw, or any other fruit for that case. So what do you consume in that food? You actually consume the chemical energy which is produced by the plant. So you do not consume the apple, or you do not consume banana, or you do not consume any kind of vegetation. You actually, what do you consume? You consume the chemical energy. So the chemical energy which is created by the process of photosynthesis by the autotrophs is consumed by other organism, and that is called as a chemical energy. So this is the case for the land areas. Then what happens in the ocean areas or in the water areas, especially where the plant cannot get enough amount of sunlight? At these cases, they usually convert whatever the light energy penetrates and enters into the water sources into chemical energies. That is one part. But if there is a deep inside, for example seas or oceans, the sun rays cannot enter in deep inside the water. At this time, what the plant does is they usually convert whatever the carbon is present around them into a chemical energy, but with the help of process called as chemosynthesis. Okay, so when the plants, especially land area plants, converting the food with the help of sunlight, it is called as photosynthesis. But when the same plant is having a lack of sun rays, but it has to convert or it has to prepare the food without the help of sun rays, then it will be creating the food with the help called as process called as chemosynthesis. So you have to keep in mind these two concepts. One is photosynthesis and the second one is chemosynthesis. Chemosynthesis में क्या होता है कि land plants consume the sunlight or take in the sunlight and then convert the raw material into a simple chemical energy. On the other hand, what happens in chemosynthesis, producers without the presence of sunlight convert the carbon component, that is carbon dioxide, into a chemical energy, and henceforth it is chemosynthesis. Okay. So oftenly ये chemosynthesis process कहाँ पे होता है? Deep inside the water. Land areas पे usually photosynthesis ही होता है. Even though in the rainy season when we consider that there is no sun rays, yet photosynthesis only takes place. Chemosynthesis सिर्फ plant sources में water sources में होगा जहाँ पे deep under sun rays नहीं पहुँच सकती है. So how does the process takes place? So as I've said, the roots will give you the water and minerals, that means to the plant, and the sunlight gives you the heat energy. The carbon dioxide which is present in the atmosphere itself is absorbed by the plant. Now how does the plant absorb it? So if you look under the structure of a leaf of a plant, you will find there are fine microscopic openings, and these openings are usually a kind of bean shaped. Okay, and these openings consume or intake or inhale the carbon dioxide. Water, carbon dioxide and heat, they combine together. So you can find a reaction over here, that is CO2 plus H2O. So CO2 is obtained from environment, air. Water is obtained from earth atmosphere or earth surface through the roots, and of course the arrow represents the heat energy which is obtained from the sunlight. This is being converted. Now all these energies, if you see, that is CO2, water, it is in raw form. Okay, so water you can consume, but you can consume the water directly from the earth itself. You have to actually purify the water. Henceforth I said this is also a raw form of energy. This is combined and converted into a form of energy which we people can consume, and that is called as C6H12O6. So popularly हम इसे किस नाम से पहचानते हैं? Glucose. Okay, so glucose is nothing else but C6H12O6, and at the same time oxygen is released out. So what is the role of plant? What we find over here is they are working for us in dual form. That is, they are giving us the food and they are giving us the oxygen. Henceforth हमें बार बार यही कहा जाता है plant more trees. So that is something related to producers. So you can just go back, rewind it and just revise it. What do you mean by producers? We'll move on with the next concept, and that is called as consumer. Now the consumer part is quite larger part, because what we see as a consumer is a very small part. For example, हम लोग फ्रूट्स खाते हैं, सो हम लोग कंज्यूमर हो गए. ट्रू, बट इतना ही नहीं होता है कंज्यूमर में. कंज्यूमर हैज अ मच वेरीड पार्ट, एंड दैट वेरीड पार्ट विल सी स्टेप बाय स्टेप. विल गो विद द फर्स्ट वन. सो द कंज्यूमर्स are something which cannot prepare their own food. Okay, so the animals are called as consumers, or organisms which survive on any other organism is called as basically a consumer. So for example, we people eat fruits, leaves, vegetables, or any other kind of food products. So we become consumers. Plants produce their own fruit, own food, as well as they provide us oxygen also. So they are producers. So consumers कौन हुआ? हम. Producers कौन हुए? Plants. So consumers are basically the organisms which cannot produce their own food. That is a simple definition. Much complex definition अगर आपको याद रखनी है तो you can just keep in mind that these are the organisms which cannot manufacture their own food by carbon fixation. So in the last lecture, we had seen a term called as biosesquitrization and carbon sesquitrization. Same as the thing which is related over here right now. Henceforth, I'm saying look back for the lectures and take down the notes. So carbon fixation means capturing of the carbon into a natural organism which has the capability to hold the carbon. That is called as carbon fixation. But do we have the ability to capture carbon, hold carbon? No. We have the capacity to capture oxygen, hold oxygen, right? यहाँ पे क्या कहा जाता है, कंज्यूमर्स कौन होते हैं, जिनके पास कार्बन कैप्चर, कार्बन कन्वर्जन करने का कैपेसिटी नहीं होगा, that will be called as consumers. Okay, so other organisms, humans or animals will be called as consumers. Now what is basically consumers doing then? Consumers are working in 2 or 3 patterns. Okay, so we'll just go with the first 2 patterns, that will be called as secondary consumers and tertiary consumers. So what do you mean by consumers? आपको एक word याद रखना है. Like we had seen for producers, they are called as autotrophs. Consumers commonly will be called as heterotrophs. So let it be secondary consumer, tertiary consumers or scavengers or decomposers. हम सबको क्या कहेंगे? Heterotrophs कहेंगे. Okay. So heterotrophs basically are secondary and tertiary types. Now what do you mean by secondary consumers and tertiary consumers? The secondary consumers or heterotrophs are basically the animals which survive on plants. Okay, so that is called as something primary consumers or primary heterotrophs. So जो organism सिर्फ और सिर्फ प्लांट पे सर्वाइव करते होंगे उसे हम क्या कहेंगे? प्राइमरी कंज्यूमर्स. फॉर एग्जाम्पल इंसेक्ट्स या फिर any kind of grazing animal, for example cow, sheep, deer, that means vegetarian animals. In short, if you have to remember about it, they are called as primary consumers. Also some kind of ruminant animals, for example if you have seen bats, some kind of bats are fruit eaters, so they can also be called as primary consumers. But हम उसे primary consumers नहीं करेंगे, हम उसे frugivorous कहेंगे. Okay, so especially वो सिर्फ और सिर्फ fruits पे जीते हैं तो उसे frugivorous कहा जाता है. So that is primary consumers. Now over here, the second part, the primary consumers which survive on fruit. जैसे कि अभी हमने डिस्कस किया था, जो एनिमल्स, जो बर्ड्स, जो ऑर्गेनिजम्स सिर्फ और सिर्फ फ्रूट्स पे सर्वाइव करते होंगे, फ्रूट्स ही खाते होंगे सर्वाइवल के लिए, फॉर एग्जाम्पल बर्ड्स, बैट्स, सम काइंड्स ऑफ मंकीज, उसे हम प्राइमरी कंज्यूमर्स कहेंगे. बट अगर स्पेशली पूछा जाए तो हम उसे frugivorous कहेंगे. Frugi comes from fruits, so it is frugivorous. So it is a combination of 2 words, fruits and herbivorous, so that is frugivorous. On the other hand, there are some organisms which do not eat plants, also they do not eat fruits, but rather they survive on the juice of that plant. So this juice can be directly obtained from the plant, some kinds of example, some kinds of mosquitoes, or else they can take down the nectar. Okay, जिसे हम एक्चुअली बाद में शहद की तरह यूज करते हैं. सो द नेक्टर विच इज प्रेजेंट इन द फ्लावर्स और प्लांट इज टेकन इन, फॉर एग्जाम्पल बीज, हनी बीज जिसे हम पॉपुलरली कहते हैं हनी बीज, बटरफ्लाइज, हमिंग बर्ड्स, इफ यू सी दे सर्वाइव बाय sucking in the sugar which is present in the flower in that particular plant material, and this is called as primary consumers, but they are called as nectarivorous. Nectar means sugar material, or nectar means something which can be sucked, a sugary material, a fluid sugary material, that is called as nectar. So nectarivorous. Okay, let's move on with the another concept that is called as carnivorous. So carnivorous is very simple. जो ऑर्गेनिज्म दूसरे ऑर्गेनिज्म पे सर्वाइव करता हो उसे हम सेकेंडरी कंज्यूमर कहेंगे. ओके, नाउ प्राइमरी कंज्यूमर किसे कहेंगे? जो ऑर्गेनिज्म सिर्फ प्लांट्स पे सर्वाइव करते हैं उसे हम प्राइमरी कहेंगे. सेकेंडरी का मतलब ये नहीं होता है। सेकेंडरी का मतलब होता है एक ऑर्गेनिज्म दूसरे ऑर्गेनिज्म को कंज्यूम करता है। वन ऑर्गेनिज्म सर्वाइव्स ऑन अनदर ऑर्गेनिज्म फॉर इट्स सर्वाइवल, food and existence, and that is called as secondary consumers. But how do you compare then secondary consumers and tertiary consumers? Just for the reason secondary consumers are comparatively smaller in size, that means they have the amount of society in comparative to tertiary consumers with a very smaller size. Okay, for example, snakes, birds and frogs. Okay, so that is called as secondary consumers. So if you go deep inside, big fish will eat a small fish. Okay, small fish will eat plants which is present in the water. So that is called as primary consumers. But अगर big fish ने small fish को खा लिया तो that will be called as secondary consumers. Also, these are popularly called as zooplanktons. जो पानी में secondary consumers होते हैं उन्हें हम zooplanktons कहेंगे. Okay? On another hand, जो earth पे secondary consumers होंगे उन्हें हम predators कहेंगे. So, for example, the insects eat plant. So, plant is producer. Insect eating the plant is primary consumer. On another hand, a snake or a frog or a lizard or a bird eating the insect will be called as a secondary consumer. जिसे हम मांसाहार कहते हैं, that is called as secondary consumers. But there is again an important concept that is called as tertiary consumers. So tertiary consumers, secondary consumers काफी पास में होते हैं. Just a bit of difference. Tertiary consumers are basically the consumers जो predators की तरह काम करते हैं. Okay, so sometimes you can find that secondary consumers can survive on another kind of material of food also, but tertiary consumers, they usually kill the organism and they have the capability of only eating the material which is fleshy form. So that is called as tertiary consumers. For example, lion, sharks, wolves. So if you look at the part of lion, especially if you want to understand tertiary consumers, look at the eating habits of lion. The lion never eats his food or her food at that time itself. वो पहले शिकार करेंगे, then it will suck on the whole blood and then it will leave the body as it is. So when it starts in the part of decomposition, this time the lion will eat the meat of that particular animal. So that is the typicality of tertiary consumers. Okay. Tertiary consumers में और एक part आता है that is called as scavengers, and that is a different part. Like I have said, if you go for the lion never eats up the flesh at that particular time itself. वो पहले blood को suck कर लेंगे and then it will at some time later on it will eat the meat of that particular animal. Scavengers में क्या होता है? It will start eating or it will start feeding on the animal which is already dead. Okay, that means they do not go for killing. They eat the ready-made material which is obtained in the available for them as a dead body. But then what is the typicality? They are called as carnivorous for the reason because they only survive on the leftover of the dead material. They do not look for the fresh material. They do not kill fresh animal, but rather the body which is in dead or decaying composition, decaying material form is being eaten by these animals, and henceforth they are called as scavengers. That means they actually work as a decomposer. So decomposer is a very different part, but scavengers sometimes work as a decomposers. एक्सट्रीमली अलग होता है डिकम्पोजर, ये आपको याद रहना चाहिए. डिकम्पोजर्स हम नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में देखेंगे, बट आपको अभी फिलहाल ये याद रखना है कि स्कैवेंजर्स समटाइम्स वर्क एज अ डिकम्पोजर्स. ओके, सो व्हाट दे डू नॉट किल, रादर जो भी किलिंग के हिसाब से डेड मटेरियल अवेलेबल होगा उसे वो ऑक्यूपाई करते हैं खुद के खाने के लिए. Now for example, let's move on with a single chain what we have seen right now. सो द प्लांट इज क्रिएटिंग द फूड. प्लांट फूड कैसे क्रिएट करेंगे? सनलाइट की हेल्प से और वाटर की हेल्प से. उसे हम क्या कहेंगे? प्रोड्यूसर. ओके, दैट इज प्रोड्यूसर. नेक्स्ट वन, इंसेक्ट्स, हनी बीज जो प्लांट्स पे सर्वाइव करते हैं, मे बी डायरेक्टली प्लांट्स को खाएंगे या फिर प्लांट्स के जूस को सक करेंगे. उसे हम क्या कहेंगे? प्राइमरी कंज्यूमर्स. नेक्स्ट वन, इस इंसेक्ट्स को या फिर इस ऑर्गेनिज्म को जो प्लांट पे सर्वाइव कर रहा है, इसे दूसरा एनिमल अगर खाता है तो हम उसे कहते हैं सेकेंडरी कंज्यूमर. ओके, सो फॉर एग्जाम्पल कंसिडर कर लो कि फ्रॉग ने इंसेक्ट को खाया, सो फ्रॉग बन गया सेकेंडरी कंज्यूमर. नेक्स्ट वन, फ्रॉग को किसी बर्ड ने खाया, स्पेशली हॉक या फिर ईगल्स, तो ये क्या बन जाएंगे? टर्शरी कंज्यूमर्स बन जाएंगे. और जो भी डेड मटेरियल रिमेनिंग होगा, ओके, फॉर एग्जाम्पल लायन ने कोई शिकार किया है and whatever is being eaten up by the lion and whatever is fulfilled, okay, he has completed up his process of feeding, और फूड मटेरियल जो भी रह चुका है, दैट मीन्स जो बॉडी अभी रह चुकी है, अब वो डिकम्पोज होना शुरू हो जाएगी. दैट मीन्स अब वो सड़ना शुरू हो जाएगी. एंड एट दिस टाइम नाउ द एंटर्स वर्ड कॉल्ड एज स्कैवेंजर्स. दैट मीन्स एग्जाम्पल्स लाइक कॉकरोचेस, वल्चर्स, creepy animals. okay, so ये क्या करते हैं? ये decomposing meat जो होता है, flesh, okay, इस मटेरियल पे ये सर्वाइव करते हैं. रीजन इज बिकॉज दिस एनिमल्स कैन नॉट ब्रेक डाउन और हार्डर मटेरियल ऑफ मीट. हेंसफोर्थ ये पहले डिकम्पोजिशन प्रोसेस में आने देते हैं, और जो भी लेफ्ट ओवर मटेरियल होगा, इट्स नॉट कंपल्सरी कि इन्हें पूरा मटेरियल चाहिए फीडिंग के लिए, फूड के लिए, रादर ये क्या करेंगे? सिर्फ पार्शियल मटेरियल जो भी रिमेनिंग होगा उस पे खुद का सर्वाइवल करेंगे. एंड henceforth they are one kind of predators which help in the process of cleaning the environment, and these are called as scavengers. So you have to keep in mind who can clean the material or clean the environment of dead bodies sitting over there or surviving over there in an environment are the scavengers. So we have seen today some of the basic concepts, that is producers, how producers work. Also we have seen the idea of what is consumers. Consumers के तीन type देखे हैं हमने, that is primary, secondary, tertiary, and we have also seen प्राइमरी कंज्यूमर्स में फ्रूगिवरस क्या होता है, नेक्ट्रीवोरस क्या होता है, कार्निवोरस में सेकेंडरी कंज्यूमर्स कहा जाता है, क्यों कहा जाता है उन्हें, एंड हाउ डू दे सर्वाइव, how do they depend on each other for their survival. Also we have seen the tertiary consumers, and tertiary consumers can also be called as the top consumers also, that is one point. And scavengers, scavengers are the part which can clean up your environment. Okay, so we'll meet in the next lecture with the further process of decomposition processes and all, and till then you have to note down your readings and recordings.